Alright guys, so we are finishing up our rewatch here. I don't know why my thing's paused on that, that's weird. But, either way, so we've got Austin's front up here. We see that Spencer and Austin have both pushed. There's a little bit of Taylor here. They've taken out one of my castles. On the other side, we see Austin has flagged that this is open, I'm assuming. And they're just trying to wall everything off. I have gotten back into the trade back here somewhere. They may have actually wiped it out. They probably did. They've got castles back there, so they've done a good job of defending it. But yeah, let's see what happens here. Let's finish this game off. So I'm fighting for our final shots in here. There, yeah, that's what it was. It was this thing, right? Oh wow, there's an opening on the inside there. Well, there you go. And on the other side, what we see is Larry is held for a moment. They've definitely pushed farther forward than ever before. Now, and Taylor's taken out buildings that I'm not really using. But we see that this is just a battle. On the other side, we see that I'm, trying to gain control of this zone a little bit. We've got traps going forward. Ooh, I want to see how this affects Taylor's economy. Well, Taylor's like low on. Holy cow! I don't know what's going on with Taylor's economy. He must have just lost a bunch of dudes over here. That has to be it. We see that Austin's building in and watching over here. We see Austin does a plunge right here. But that doesn't really go very far, so I'm not going to watch. Well, we should watch it. I want to watch it. So Austin goes in, and we see that we've got these. I click the button, and he's trying to hit Alex. No, this is my base. I don't know what he's doing. Like, looking for a safe spot, I guess. So he hits Larry a little bit. Meanwhile, up here, we see that we're fighting some more. This castle's really big because it's defending all of this stuff. So we're trying to just gain control, and now Taylor's building stuff to fight over here. And what's happening up here in the middle, as we see, is Alex and Larry have, they've kind of gotten some control because Austin and Spencer have fallen off. So, all right, we see that here's the last of the cavalry. So he goes in and kills a bunch of the food. That's what's going on here. Am I looking at... Who's it? Taylor's out of wood? Taylor had, like, infinite wood. I missed something. But we see that Austin's trying to now go up the gut, and Alex is just flexing over here. Just absolutely flexing. We see Larry's flexing over here. So they've pushed forward and are pushing forward. Turning into monsters. And Austin's being held at bay over here. And I'm kind of taking on Taylor and Austin. It's definitely not full bore Taylor and Austin, but they're both eyes are over in this section over here. Meanwhile, we've got Larry and Alex pushing on Spencer hard right now. I'm blown away by these resource numbers. You know what? I'm sure what it is. Where are they? They probably were working on a section. And no, there's only one of them. Maybe you deleted them. That's weird that Taylor doesn't have hardly any wood guys going. Funky man. You see, we're trying to just take over this forward section up in here. We've got eyes all over it. But this game almost was over here. I think if I hadn't have gotten through over here, I don't know that they would have pivoted, and who knows what would have happened. But that's the way it worked. So now we're going to take those out. Meanwhile, up here, we see that Larry is taking out these guys. And Taylor's having to come back, because if they don't have him come back, then they're going to lose. So these guys are really fun units, but you have to have a bunch of them. It's kind of the big issue. But now Spencer, we see, has... This is when Spencer said that he had gold. Let's look at that just for a second. So Spencer has... No, he doesn't have that much gold. Only got 19 guys, but he's back to full bore 80 and 70. So it's amazing what that 10 pop does. So now over on this side, we see this is going on. We're just trying to root out everything in here. I probably should have just ignored it, but Austin was still kind of going at it, and we didn't. So we didn't. That's and I stand by that decision. Larry, I'm so sorry I failed you, man. Because you guys really don't deserve this. After how good of a game you've played. If we look at Larry's civ, I know he lost a bunch of villagers. I don't know, at 140 and 50. That's, he's fine at this point. So whatever did happen, my base, I only have 20. So I got hit at some point, and I never really did see where it was. But we're moving forward. And this is going to be a big section where I believe it's right now that I might get one more trebuchet up here, but there's going to come a section where I needed trebuchets to get through, and I kept sending them from this castle that sends them around instead of this castle. I kept finding the wrong castle and doing it that way. But it's not this one, because this trip's going to be there. But regardless, that happens. So now we've got Taylor is full turned. We've got Austin over here. We've got Spencer, who's been just relentless. I love how open these become, these zones. Like, you can see where it originally was as opposed to what it is now. It's just ridiculous. So I've bumped Austin out at this point. We're destroying houses of Taylor's. I'm interested to see how this affects his, because I was kind of wondering, but he's already up there. Well, maybe not. Oh, that's my civ. I need to look at Taylor's. Boom. So Taylor's sitting at 178. What's going on, man? He must be buying wood or something. That makes some sense, actually. Anyway, so this is when I lose a trebuchet, and I needed trebuchets. So I built... Oh, wait, no, maybe not yet. So I thought, yeah, here's a trebuchet, so maybe it isn't yet. Either way, it is what it is. It happened. It happened, guys. I swear it happened. And they're moving forward over here. Larry is just, I will not die, I do not quit. And is just rocking it, and I love it. Alex is such a great support. Like a wonderful bra. So yeah, we got him down to 280. And Taylor's just building shooters, and just these two units. Champions and whatchamacallit dudes. So Austin builds this, and Austin's just, holding up. He's just ready for it. And then the trebuchets show up. So we've been pushed back again. And I punch a hole right there, and Taylor goes through it. But I don't have the troops that I need up there. Oh, Tanner, you idiot. So I'm building forward stuff. So I'm trying to do 6 things at once is what was going on there. Over here, we see Taylor's just coming in full bore, and so is Austin. But I don't think that they can see that it's going on. Yeah, they don't know that that's over there. Thank goodness. And they're coming back down, and I think this gets stopped, but barely. Maybe he stops it right here. I'm going to turn off the fog of war. So yeah, he's trying to fight all of this. There's a hole right here, you can see it, that they kind of found at one point. But doesn't matter over here. Spencer's just plunging over and over again. I'm going to just keep plunging until I get it right. And you got to respect the man for that. The fight continues. Austin's in the trade, but that I don't believe lasts very long. And I turn. And they're like, we need to do this. We got to take it out. So we've got another round of them rebuilding in here and redoing it in here. And you know, Taylor doesn't have his whole stuff is died out. So if we could have gotten in there, it would have been great. But I wonder if he deleted the dudes. It's very possible. Yeah, we see there's no more red in there. But Taylor's fairly turned over here at this point, and Spencer's here. And Austin's re-walled. Put a hole in the wall and re-walled it. He's gonna build some more stuff, but Austin's just like, I will not let you in. Meanwhile, over here, a lot of crazy, a lot of death. This castle is really big. It just, you know, raining arrows of death on everyone. So I'm trying to get in. Right now, this is when I do it. So over here, I'm building out of this guy, and I needed to be building out of this guy so that we could punch through. You'll see I'm trying to do anything to get forward. That's not happening. We should have just whatchamacallit, on-agreed through. But it is what it is. Austin's ready for it, and on the meantime, Taylor's done it again with the hand cannoneers. Austin's done it with the hand cannoneer. Yes, Austin has. And holy cow, this is going to be a 4-part video, because I don't think it's going to be over by the time we do it. What makes me sad is I had this one. You know, we kept, you know, inching forward and inching forward and inching forward, because it wouldn't have taken much to get back into this. You know, if I could have gotten 50 dudes in there, that may have been the game. At least seriously the game. But, alright, I'm going to pause it right now, and then we'll finish it in this last wave.